Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. And yeah, we'll hop in it. First matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Miami plus 155 with the over-under at 8. Both teams coming into this matchup 3-4. Pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Mets is Tyler Megill with an ERA of 3.60. Cabrera, his first start this season, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is Tyler Megill. His first start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Miami coming off a little 2-game Minnesota winning streak. Mets on a little 3-game losing streak right now. Head-to-head, Miami is just 1-4 against the Mets. 5-12 on the road against the Mets here, but a bad little losing streak for the Mets. It didn't play that great in that Milwaukee series. And hey, you got Miami coming off a little momentum, a couple Minnesota wins. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot with the Marlins plus 1.5 on the road with the Mets struggling a bit. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 125. The Rangers plus 105 with the over-under at 7. Rangers coming into this matchup 4-2. The Cubs 2-3. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 5.40. Pitching for the Cubs is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 0. Eovaldi's first start on the mound this season, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Stroman's first start on the mound, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Had a great start on the mound. Rangers coming off a Baltimore win. Cubs coming off a Cincinnati win. I like the Rangers on the road here. I think they're a good underdog today. I do like Stroman on the mound for the Cubs here, but I just like the Rangers so far, the way they've looked so far this season, and I'll take a shot with the Rangers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Cincinnati plus 165 with the over-under at 7. Reds coming into this matchup 3-2. The Phillies 1-5. Pitching for the Reds is Hunter Green with an ERA of 8.10. And then pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 8.31. Green's last start on the mound, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Wheeler's last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Cincinnati coming off a Cubs loss. And then the Phillies, just a bad start this season. Have not played well. And both pitchers coming off not great games here. So I think the over is probably a good play. And I'll take a shot with the Reds plus 1.5 on the road with the Phillies struggling. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Orioles. Yankees opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Baltimore plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Yankees coming into this matchup 4-2. The Orioles 3-3. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 8.10. Pitching for Baltimore is Dean Kramer with an ERA of 15. Schmidt's last start on the mound, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Kramer's last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yankees coming off a Phillies win. Baltimore coming off a Rangers loss. Yankees 11-5 against Baltimore. 5-2 on the road against Baltimore. So they've been good against Baltimore head-to-head here. And Kramer did not look good in his debut. And I think I'm going to roll with the Yankees on the road. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Houston plus 115 with the over-under at 7.5. Houston coming into this matchup 3-4. Minnesota 4-2. Pitching for the Astros is Jose Urquidy with an ERA of 6.75. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 0. Urquidy's last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Houston coming off a Detroit win. Minnesota on a little 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Miami losses. Houston is 6-0 against Minnesota, 7-1 on the road against Minnesota. I think they're a good underdog today, and I'm going to take a shot with the Astros plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Seattle plus 105 with the over-under at 7. Seattle coming into this matchup 2-5. The Guardians 5-2. Pitching for the Mariners is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 1.50. Pitching for the Guardians is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 0. Gilbert, his first start on the mound this season, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Savale, his first start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yeah, kind of a tough start for Seattle coming off an Angels loss. Cleveland, great start to the season, coming off an Oakland win. Yeah, they're playing very well. Savale looked great in his debut, and 4-1 at home. I'm going to roll with the Guardians in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. White Sox opening up as road favorites at minus 135. Pittsburgh plus 125 with the over-under at 8.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 3-4. The Pirates 4-2. Pitching for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 3.60. Pitching for the Pirates is Rich Hill with an ERA of 5.40. Giolito's last start on the mound, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Rich Hill, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. White Sox coming off that bad San Francisco loss. Pirates on a 3-game winning streak, sweeping Boston. I mean, that was a great series for them. Played very well, too. Hit 6-2 at home against the White Sox here. And I think they're a good underdog today. Got a little momentum with that 3-game winning streak going on. And I'm going to take a shot with the Pirates plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Kansas City plus 165 with the over-under at 8. Royals coming into this matchup 1-6. The Giants 3-3. Pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller with an ERA of 3.86. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 2.45. Keller's last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Cobb's last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Kansas City 2-8 in their last 2-8 in their last 10, but they're on a 3-game losing streak. Did not look good in that Toronto series. Giants coming off a huge White Sox win here, and yeah, Royals just do not look very good so far to start the season, and I'm going to roll with the Giants at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa opening up as home favorites at minus 230. Oakland plus 200 with the over-under at 7.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 2-4. Tampa 6-0. Pitching for Oakland is Ken Waldachuk with an ERA of 9.53. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 1.80. Waldachuk's last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eflin's last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Oakland coming off a Cleveland loss. And Tampa, what a great start to the season, undefeated, sweeping Detroit, sweeping Washington, playing great. I mean, really hard to fade them right now. Ride this train out. They're playing probably the best baseball in the league right now. And yeah, we're going to roll with the Rays at home. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -120. The Padres +110 with the over-under at 9.5. Padres coming into this matchup 3-4. The Braves 6-1. Padres pitching for the Padres is Nick Martinez with an ERA of 5.14. Pitching for the Braves is Jared Schuster with an ERA of 7.71. Martinez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Schuster, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Padres on a 2-game losing streak. They just lost to Atlanta 7-6 yesterday. That was a crazy game. Atlanta on a 4-game winning streak. They're playing great. 15-2 at home, where they've been getting it done. And yeah, we're going to roll with the Braves at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -170. St. Louis +140 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Brewers is Brandon Woodruff with an ERA of 1.50. Flaherty's last start on the mound, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Woodruff, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. St. Louis on a 3-game losing streak right now. Coming off a bad Braves series. Brewers on a 5-game winning streak, coming off a nice Mets series. And yeah, I like the Brewers right now. 5-1 at home, getting it done. Got a nice win streak. I'm going to roll with the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Colorado Rockies. Rockies opening up as home favorites at -125. Washington +105 with the over-under at 11. Washington coming into this matchup 1-6. The Rockies 3-4. Pitching for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 1.69. Pitching for the Rockies is Jose Urena with an ERA of 15.43. Gore, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Urena, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 0 strikeouts, coming off a rough start on the mound. Washington losing 1-0 to Colorado yesterday. Just a horrible start to the season for Washington. They just have not played well. Really hard to trust them. 1-5 on the road against Colorado. Yeah, we're going to roll with the Rockies at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -125. Toronto +105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 24.30. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 1.80. Blue Jays coming into this matchup 4-3. The Angels 4-2. Bassett, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 9 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Sandoval, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Toronto coming off a 3-game winning streak, coming off 3 wins against Kansas City. Angels coming off a Seattle win. Toronto 6-1 on the road against the Angels here. And I think Toronto is a decent underdog today, and I'll take a shot with the Blue Jays +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, and the last matchup, we got the LA Dodgers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -230. Arizona +190 with the over-under at 9. Dodgers coming into this matchup 5-2. Arizona 3-4. Pitching for the Dodgers is Clayton Kershaw with an ERA of 1.50. Pitching for Arizona is Madison Bumgarner with an ERA of 11.25. Kershaw's last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Bumgarner, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Dodgers on a 3-game winning streak, beating Arizona 5-2 yesterday. And yeah, Dodgers 15-5 against Arizona. So been very good against Arizona. Got the 3-game winning streak. They're playing well. And Love Kershaw on the mound here, and we're going to roll with the Dodgers on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.